Taking the stairs was definitely a bad idea.
I tracked down the expert. He is at the top floor of Building 3. I'm intercepting a communication.
Very well. And how long will it take for the evaluation?
It won't be longer than an hour.
I see. I'll also need an update on the search about Keyclose.
Well, sadly, Capnos killed him before we could do anything. We'll have to close that file.
I expect no more trouble in this case.
I can guarantee there won't be any more, sir.
He's coming downstairs.
Capnos? Don't be foolish. Put that gun away.
That sadistic bastard. The world would probably be a better place without him. But all I was looking for was justice. I wouldn't have shot an unarmed man.
Okay. Accept call. Mr. Capnos? I trust that your presence here is not the result of reckless moves. You see, Mr. Capnos, you think you are the victim here, but none of this is about you. We are all part of a complex system, and both me and you are simply involved in one of its countless procedures. Your life, Mr. Capnos? We are like two cells of the same body. We just have different functions. You see, my own freedom is not greater than yours. But my role requires me to prevent the state from being betrayed. You are not the victim, Mr. Capnos. You are nothing more than a suspicious transaction I'm investigating. If you keep creating problems, you'll turn from being the evidence to being the crime. Looks like the deadline to peacefully reach the court has just expired, Mr. Capnos. Unfortunately, I am forced to consider you uncooperative, and to request the intervention of the police department. I highly suggest you stop resisting. If you want your voice to be heard in our system, the best advice I can give you is to start playing by its rules. Goodbye, Mr. Capnos.
Playing by the system's rules. That was exactly what I was gonna do.
Full and final settlement. There are two main creditors involved in the Circuitec bankruptcy. If we can find a deal with them, we can stop the whole procedure before the auctioning. But we may need the neural connectome for that. Anyway, I'll explain on the way.
Again in that car, waiting for new instructions. A few minutes to get dry and warm, and we already had to find a new landing spot.
We can't land here. Now that the police department is involved, no one must suspect that I'm helping you in any way. That's Wazowski's basement. He's our man for the neural connector. And he owes me a favor. Wait, I think I found a good spot not too far away from here, but you'll need to be careful. Remember, it's extremely important that you don't get noticed by police drones until you reach Bazowski.
Connector was a thing before we were all constantly connected to the blockchain. In my case, I needed it to make offline transactions with the creditors, given that I would find a way to convince them to settle the debt. auction was scheduled at 4 p.m. the next day. It was going to be a long night.
He can't be far. Keep your eyes open.
Some more agents patrolling the area. I was going to have company very soon. As expected, when it rains, it pours, and I needed to quickly take shelter.
On my line of fire! He can't be far. Keep your eyes open.
Some more agents patrolling the area. I was going to have company very soon. As expected, when it rains, it pours, and I needed to quickly take shelter.
Great job. Time to meet Daniel Bazowski now. He should remember he owes me that favor.
This better be good. Your info is wrong, gringo. It's not the kind of shit we deal with here. Shit. The girl has a good memory. Listen, that's prehistoric stuff, dude. I'll see what I can do. You already have an NSB 500 upgrade in your implant? Guess you're more like the street arm, right? Come downstairs. Let's have a look in your head. Tell Kari it's my turn now, huh?
Bazowski's basement was a sea of junk, and I had to deal with the idea of getting a brain implant upgrade with whatever was at hand.
Okay, let me see if I broke something. Oh, by the way, you didn't have the NSB upgrade. You'll need it to download a piece of blockchain for offline usage. Ready for a test? All right. Have you ever jacked in? I uploaded a small chunk of blockchain. Can you simulate a transaction by connecting the nodes? Well, the NSB is working. Now let's see the neuroconnector. Well, it's patched up with what I found around, but it should still be good for close-range tuning. I'm simulating the signal of another implant. Try to sync with it for a transaction. And it works. Oh, good. Once you're synced, you could save the transaction using the NSB. Oh, and by the way, I've returned the favor with the neuroconnector. But the NSB is gonna cost you. Dude, apart from your brain, you've got some interesting stuff in your head. Just try not to die. You owe me a favor now.
I was all set and ready to strike my final blow, finding the creditors and making sure we could cut a deal. The court. Once all contracts were duly signed, my last job was to make sure the official receiver would validate them and upload them into the blockchain before the auction. Greta Hesper, owner of Shapeshift, a body rental company with questionable morality. Unexpected windfall, Dahlia found proof of their involvement in identity laundering. We had all the bargaining power to discuss our full and final settlement. The lawyer, well known for his ability in skirting the law and for managing an entire gray market district. He was the no questions asked hardware supplier for the experimentation at SecureTech.
Welcome, Mr. Capnose. You are due in meeting room 0. Please, down the hall.
Please, have a seat. Mrs. Hesper has authorized me to proceed with the settlement, but let me tell you that your blackmail was really a low blow. Anyway, we can proceed whenever you like.
Technically, it's not like we're killing it.
a stalemate, Mr. Capnos. You are in a stalemate, Mr. Capnos. Was the implant damaged?
You are all that's left of my work. You are all that's left of my work.
Was the implant damaged? Your life, Mr. Captain? I highly suggest you stop resisting.
Technically, it's not like we're killing anyone. Technically, it's not like we're killing anyone. Technically, it's not like we're killing anyone.
Your life, Mr. Captain? Your life, Mr. Captain? Your life, Mr. Captain?
Technically, it's not like we're killing anyone. Technically, it's not like we're killing anyone.
Was the implant damaged? Your life, Mr. Captain? Was the implant damaged? Stop resisting.
Sick bastard. He had interrupted a transaction and was messing with my brain. I had my deal. To break the connection, I just had to overcharge the signal. Just one more deal before I could reach the court.